Yo, how's it going? So, one of my first customers for Drippy has actually since scaled their business up to 10K MRR. And I was able to get their permission to kind of break down the strategy that they've been using and share that with all of you guys so you can, implement some of it or all of it in scaling your business. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty high level review of their strategy. They haven't been super public about, their different numbers and, their offer and all that sort of stuff. So I'll be breaking up down the DM strategy, but, not talking about, business name, exact offer, that sort of stuff, just kind of for the sake of their privacy. Anyways, we'll start at the top of this graph I've created here with leads. So essentially they are pulling in leads from, the followers of accounts of like niche accounts in their space. So they're actually in the email, cold email space. So they're scraping, leads from, thought leaders or medium to large accounts, not super large accounts, but that 5K to 25,000 follower range in that niche. They're running 2 accounts. Each of those is sending 200 to 250 DMs per day. That gives you a total of about 10 to 15,000 DMs per month that they're sending. And then this is kind of where the magic of their approach starts. So each of their cold DMs, I'm breaking down into these 4 sections. The opener, the AI personalized line, the offer, and the CTA. So what's special about the openers that they're using? One thing that they're doing that I'm not seeing anyone else doing is doing a kind of pattern interrupt in the first line of the cold DMs. So you'll see in Twitter when you get a new message in your inbox, on your request that is, you can only see, the first, I don't know exactly how many words it is, but you can only see the first little chunk of that message. And they're putting, weird things in the top of that message, like eggplant emojis or ha 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 ha. And then this is one thing I've done where I've started it with saying I've hacked your calendar. And what you're doing here is just making sure that your message gets opened. Some people are going to be upset with this for some reason. Some people really like it. They're like, oh, that's a good way to get people to open your messages. I wouldn't recommend copying any of these exact strategies because I know he's used both of these two extensively. And I've also used this one extensively. So, but this is just something you can use for inspiration. You want to stand out in the inbox and you want to get people to open your message. Then once you have them, have their attention, you have them reading your message, you want to make it seem like you've actually, read their profile. You're actually sending this message to them manually. You don't want it to look like, you're, automating, hundreds or thousands of these messages per day. And that's why we're going to include an AI personalized line. You can achieve this really easily with Drippy. Maybe I'll drop the prompt, in the comment of the tweet, or somewhere. I'll put a prompt somewhere, that says that you can use. But essentially what you want to do here is, insert a compliment, insert a question about their business, just something that makes it seem like that you actually looked at their profile, and aren't just, sending the same, message to hundreds of people. Then is your offer. You're obviously going to know more about, your offer than I do, but essentially, the 2 components that are, unique or, to, this person's offer is that they're completely reversing risk, and, eliminating risk for the person responding to the message, and then selling them once they get them on the call. And then, of course, you need to have some sort of call to action in your message. The strategy I've seen them use that works really well is they're saying, can I send you a video that shows how this works? So they're basically doing, offer, breaking down what their product is, what it does, and then saying, can I send you a video that, shows more about this? And, one thing that, AI or that Drippy has really also been able to help them out with, is automating the process of sending out all these, replies with the videos. Because you're going to be getting a bunch of replies. People say, yeah, sure, send me the video. Sure, send it over, whatever. And one thing he said to me is like, hey, like I get these messages and a lot of times I think I'm losing people because, I'm asleep and, it takes me, 6 hours to send them the video. And by that time, they've lost interest. They don't care anymore. So one thing you can use, one of Drippy's features is our AI reply system. And this lets you automatically send over a resource, or, reply to their first message automatically. And it really, streamlines that process and people are a lot more likely to watch your video if, they say, yeah, sure, send it over. And then you get it to them right away versus, they have to wait for you to respond manually, 20, 30 minutes later. So I think that's been a big help for him as well. Then over here on the right side, you only want to follow up with people who Just this in the best interest of your time. You want to follow up with people who are, you look at their profile and say, is this person seem qualified? Does this look like my other customers or clients? And then you follow up with them after, they've already responded initially, and you've already sent them, the resource or however else you want to do that. Then in the DMs, you want to go ahead and pre-qualify them further and make sure that they're actually, going to be able to afford your service. You'll be able to help them, all that sort of stuff. This is very depending on your offer, but you want to pre-qualify them. I'm sure you probably know what that looks like for whatever your offer is. From there, once you pre-qualify them, you schedule the call and profit. And yeah, that about covers the entire strategy. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. I am happy to help you get the system set up and running for you, and hopefully help you scale your business with the exact same system. So thanks for checking out this video. If you want to get started with Drippy, we are currently running a program where you can get started with a free trial and send up to 1,000 messages with 7 days for free. So I'm sure that link will be available somewhere. I'm not sure I'm going to distribute this yet, but it should be pretty obvious if you want to get started with Drippy that you can do that. All right, thank you for checking this out, and catch you later.